What's up, guys? I'm Bobgar.
I'm Melissa.
And we are going to start a new segment here where we list top 10 lists in Magic. We're going to start with the top 10 angel cards in Magic. Why did we choose angel cards, Melissa?
I collect angel cards.
That's true. You have a very big angel collection. How many are you missing? Probably not too many, right?
I don't know the exact number, but
Yeah.
it's
You have most of them.
More of them than less.
Yeah,
for sure.
not all printings of all of them or anything quite that extreme, but we got a lot of them, and we thought it would be a good one to go over since we both like angels quite a bit, and we both have opinions on which ones are the best. So we're gonna jump into it. See you guys soon. All right, so let's get into our top 10. Did you have any honorable mentions, or you just want to skip straight to the list?
I have one honorable mention.
What is your honorable mention?
Archangel of Tides.
Ooh, that's a good honorable mention.
I like that card.
I have like 7 honorable mentions, but I'll only pick one of them.
Okay.
I don't think I should have 7. My honorable mention is Archangel Avacyn.
Really?
I feel like she's not good enough to get played in any formats yet, but
You're gonna hate my list.
I know, right? That's why I was thinking. I was like, well, I'm not going to hate your list, but I think you're going to hate my list. Our lists are going to be very different. But she doesn't get any play in any format other than standard, and I don't think she's going to.
I don't conform to formats, Kevin.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, all right. So we're just gonna start at 10 and both say our 10 or something.
Yeah, start at 10, work your way down. Number 10. My announcer voice. Number 10.
Ooh, that was good. I don't know how to say her name. Atraxa, Praetor's Voice.
Yeah, that's a good one.
She's pretty cool, right?
Yep.
She's low on the list because she's a bunch of weird, wacky mana colors together. And, she got a little bit of green in there, so you gotta be lower on the list. But
no love for the green.
all of her abilities are pretty sweet, and I love
Proliferate.
Proliferate.
Yeah, 4 mana. What is it? Flying Vigilance, Death Touch, Lifelink or something, and Proliferate for 4 mana. It's insane.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
Bobgar's number 10. Priscilla, Voice of Nightmares. For those who don't know, this is the...
That's 2 cards.
I didn't say it had to be 1 card. These are top 10 angels. This is one of the ones on the list that I didn't think you would maybe even think of. But I wanted to put it on the list, even though this is kind of one of my more fun selections, not one of my competitive selections, but it is literally the biggest angel. And it is terrifying. And it's also, I think, one of the coolest angels. It's really the only good... Fuse? Is Fuse what it's called?
Yeah.
No, it's not Fuse. It's called... Fuse is the other thing where you have 2 halves and you can cast both of them. Meld?
Transmute.
Meld, I think.
Meld is it.
It's the only really good one of that they've ever had. Let me look it up real quick so I can get his stats.
It's hard to get off, though, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's totally unplayable in pretty much every format.
Yeah.
But it's just so cool that I wanted to have it on there.
It is pretty cool.
9/10 flying lifelinks, flying first strike, vigilance lifelink. Your opponent can't cast spells less than 3. I think if they ever come out with a way where you can force this out somehow in Modern, it will see a lot of play, only because not being able to cast spells with a converted mana cost 3 or less locks like 80% of the decks in the current metagame out of the game. So if you can get this thing off, it's great. But yeah, it's basically impossible to get off, but still super cool, so I love it.
No, I like it too.
Anyway, so that was my number 10.
I just figured that's way too hard to get off.
probably the spiciest inclusion in my list, but I wanted to give at least one spicy inclusion. And like I said, it is literally the biggest angel.
It is.
All right.
For my number 9.
Number 9!
I had Aurelia, the war leader.
Uh-huh.
She gives you 2 combat phases.
She is really good. She was in my honorable mentions camp with about 20 other cards.
She also has haste, which is nice.
Yeah, she's really good. I find especially in EDH, she's completely ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I liked her. The only problem I kind of had with her is if you're playing white-red, you should probably have your opponent dead by then.
Because she's so high casting cost, yeah.
I mean, it's not that bad. It's 6.
I feel like you need a way to cheat her into play, which is what a lot of the EDH decks do with, what's her name, the commander you use?
Talia?
Talia, yeah. So if you can cheat her into play with something like Talia, she's great.
Yep.
All right, my number 9. Chancellor of the Annex.
I like that one. I was having a hard time with that one.
This one I put on both because I think it's a super cool card, and because it gets play in 2 different Legacy decks, which is like one of the most competitive formats to actually have cards show up in, which is pretty freaking sweet. It both sees play in Oops, No Spells, and it sees play in Black-Red Reanimate. So, for those who don't know, it's a 5/6 for 7 mana, and its abilities are, you may reveal this card from your opening hand. If you do, when each opponent casts his or her first spell of the game, counter that spell unless that player pays 1. So in old formats, this often just slows your opponent down by a turn and gives you a chance to do what you need to do.
Yeah, and those ones, that's it.
Like,
Slows
especially
down
for
a turn,
things like
that's
Oops, No Spells, which is like, oh god, if he has Force of Will, I'm screwed. It's like, well, good luck paying 1 mana for Force of Will on the draw, sucker. So, yeah, basically, it helps push through that combo, which I think the reason it's in Oops, All Spells. And if you do get it on the field, it gives that as a permanent effect. Every spell your opponent casts is countered unless he pays 1 more. So, super neat ability. Basically just a taxing ability like Thalia. Unfortunately, it's on a 7-cost body, but the fact that you can reveal it from your starting hand and get a small bonus, and the fact that... well, I guess mostly just that. It also has a super big body. It means it fits into a couple other decks, like the Oops, All Spells deck and the Reanimator deck, because it's a reasonable reanimate target, too. Especially,
I got a bunch of that card.
It just totally stops, like, Storm and things like that.
Yeah. No, I like that card. I got a bunch of them.
She's good?
Yeah.
All right, so that was my number 9. On to number 8.
Sublime Archangel. That one has flying, exalted, and other creatures you control have exalted. She's a 4/3 for 4.
I like Sublime Archangel a lot, too. She did not make my list. She did not even make my honorable mentions, but I think she is very, very strong. With the right deck, you can just take over a game. Just have a million creatures, have at least one of them have trample or a way to give your creatures trample, and suddenly you just swing in with one creature that's like a 20/20.
Yeah.
Pretty,
I feel like damage
can
add up pretty quick with this one.
Also makes
and
you
she
guys...
only costs 4,
also
so
makes
she's
you guys
actually usable.
super hard to block, and yeah, 4 mana for a 4/3 flyer is actually kind of a good rate. It's actually
she
a very
has
good
exalted herself.
Yeah, so I like her a lot as well. She didn't make my list, but she's definitely up there with angels that could have made my list. I definitely looked at her and thought about putting her on my list, and I just didn't quite put her in. All right, my number 8, Serra Avenger. So Serra Avenger is a 2-mana angel. That's a 3/3. Has a disadvantage that you're not allowed to play it till turn 4, but a lot of decks can abuse this with ways to cheat in cards early, especially Aether Vial to get it in turn 3. And yeah, it's just a super undercosted angel, probably the most undercosted angel around.
Yeah.
And there's another one that's a little similar that's like a 4/4 for 3 mana that you need to do something special to put out.
The blue one?
Yeah, the blue one. I forget what you have to do.
You have to play a spell or something.
Yeah, you have to play another spell that turn. Like, that one's a little undercosted too, I guess, but being a turn slower and not having cool ways to cheat it in make it a little less interesting than Serra Avenger. What are Serra Avenger's exact stats? 3/3.
I think she's just a 3/3.
Flying Vigilance.
Yeah, I think she's a Serra Angel. That's why you have to wait to turn. What is it? I don't know. Something like that.
She's a 3/3 Flying Vigilance. Yes, I was correct. Can't cast on the first, second, or third turns of the game. Mm-hmm. So the only way you can get her in is by doing something that gets her onto the battlefield without casting.
Just wait to your 4th turn.
Yep.
Then you can play 2 things.
You could also actually do cool stuff with, there's some reanimate spells that only hit smaller converted mana cost creatures that you could use to cheat her in, I bet.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was number 8. Number 7, Melissa, show me what you've got.
This one's a lot similar to the last one. Well, it's not really, but it feels like it. Archangel of Thune. She's 5 for 3/4 flying lifelink. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. I feel like that can add up pretty fucking quick.
It can. She's also part of an infinite combo. I don't know if you know that.
No.
Do you know Spike Feeder?
No.
She's part of the Spike Feeder combo. You don't know that card at all?
No.
I think it's a 0/0 that comes into play with 2 +1/+1 counters on it, and you can pay a mana to move a +1/+1 counter, which is not important to the combo. And you can also remove a +1/+1 counter from Spike Feeder to gain 2 life.
There you go.
And so you gain infinite life, and then also you put infinite +1/+1 counters on whatever you already have on the field. So this was super popular back when Pod was around, Birthing Pod that is, and it's still used today, especially in decks with like Chord of Calling or Eldritch Evolution or these kind of tutoring effects where you can just instantly tutor up the combo and gain infinite life and make a huge army.
I didn't know about the combo thing, but I just thought
she's a really good card.
She in herself works
She's
pretty
straight
good.
up just like good in something like Soul Sisters. I don't think most Soul Sisters decks run her, but if
Would they even go as high as something that costs 5?
not usually, but I'm just
Yeah.
saying. But they could, and if they did, she would be great in them. So, but yeah, they have more efficient threats, so they usually don't go for her. All right, my number 7.
Mm-hmm.
My number 7 is a card that I love to make janky decks with. Does that tell you what it is yet? Do you know, Melissa? It's Angel of Glory's Rise.
Yeah, I like that one too.
So, Angel of Glory's Rise is in here kind of for the same reason that Chancellor of the Annex is. Well, one, Angel of Glory's Rise I legitimately love, and I make janky decks with all the time. I might play with one of them on $10 deck at some point, although they're pretty bad, so I'll probably lose a lot if I do, but I really love them, so I probably will. But it also gets play in Legacy and Oops All Spells. It's kind of the key card in Oops All Spells, in fact. Oops All Spells works by milling its whole deck, getting a Angel of Glory's Rise in the graveyard.
Put a bunch of humans in the graveyard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bunch of humans, Angel of Glory's Rise, and then it uses the flashback of Dread Return to flashback Angel of Glory's Rise, return all your humans, and then it actually uses this Laboratory Maniac plus another human that you can tap a creature to draw a card or something. I don't remember exactly how it works. But basically, you dump all your stuff in your graveyard, reanimate Angel of Glory's Rise, you get all your stuff back, and then you can win the game. Pretty sweet.
Yep.
Okay, that was 7.
It also kills zombies.
Oh, I probably should have actually said what exactly her text is, huh? So Angel of Glory's Rise is a 4/6 flying angel. When it enters the battlefield, exile all zombies and return all human creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. So this enables a lot of combos. Alright, so we're up to number 6.
Iona, Shield of Emeria. She'll just completely shut people out. She costs 9, though. She's a 7/7 flying. As Iona, Shield of Emeria enters the battlefield, choose a color. Your opponents can't cast spells of the chosen color.
It's pretty freaking good.
If you can cast it or cheat it into play, if someone's playing a monocolored deck, they're done.
But it dies to Doomblade as long as you don't choose black.
I mean...
I'm just joking.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the things on my list would die as something.
No. I love Ionia as well. I think she's really, really good. 7/7 flying. Yeah, it's 9 mana, but the reason
that it costs 9 mana, and that's why it's further down the list than I normally would have put it if it cost.
You can just lock some people out of the game. So
yeah.
That one is very good. We're on number 6 for me. I have Linvala, Keeper of Silence. So Linvala, Keeper of Silence is a angel that prevents your opponents from activating abilities. She's a 3/4 flyer. I thought she was 3/4. I wanted to look it up. It's like, not 4/4, right? 3/4 flyer for 4, which is a relatively good rate for an angel. And she doesn't see that much play in like main boards of various decks, but she does get a lot of play in like the sideboard, especially for decks that run things like Chord of Calling, where you can, or just various tutor effects, where you can tutor it as a one-of from your sideboard to stop some deck that really needs activated abilities of creatures to win.
Yeah, no, that'd be a great sideboard card.
So not that common in main board probably, other than in something like EDH, where obviously it's great because somebody at the table is going to have activated abilities. But definitely super sweet card, efficient flyer, gets played in Death and Taxes, gets played in various white-green chord builds. I think it's awesome.
I have Iona in my Darkest Hour deck, where I make everything black. Well, it's more like Painter Servant. I make everything black and then I play Iona. And nobody likes that deck, so I don't play it anymore.
I like that deck. You skipped backwards on me. I didn't know. It's like, that's not Linvala.
No.
Yeah, Iona's really good in that deck. I like that.
I don't have a deck with a Linvala in it.
Yep. That's true. You do have one Linvala now.
Yep, I do.
I gave Melissa and Linvala as a present.
Yep.
Because I was going wild and buying too many Modern Masters.
You're going crazy.
17 cards.
That's all right.
I didn't go too crazy. I went a little crazy.
They went down. They used to be really expensive, and they went down a lot.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I knew you wanted one for I wanted one for my cube, and I knew you wanted one for your angel collection. So.
Yep.
So that was 6. Mine was Linvala, Keeper of Silence, and
We're at 5.
we're on to 5.
Platinum Angel.
Platinum Angel is very good.
7 for a 4/4 flying. You can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game. And it's an artifact creature.
Yep. I like Platinum Angel a lot. It sees play in like Mono Blue Tron, for instance. It doesn't see a ton of play, but it's just so good wherever you see it. Like, it's really good in EDH, obviously, not being able to lose the game.
Yeah, it's gonna work in, particular types of decks.
On the other hand, not losing the game is always good, and it's colorless, so you can jam it in every deck.
Right, that's true. I mean, it's easy enough to get rid of. I mean, it's just a 4/4. There's nothing on it to protect it. So.
That's very true. I like Platinum Angel a lot as well.
It's got a unique ability, and I like it.
Yep. So I'm not sure if this is the first repeat. My number 5 is Atraxa, Praetor's Voice.
Oh. Put it a lot higher than I did.
Yep, it's my other kind of non-competitive inclusion on my list. 4/4 flying, vigilance, depth touch, lifelink. Jesus Christ. Proliferate at end of turn. This thing just has so much text on it for 4 mana. It's got to be broken. Plus, it's like $15 because everybody thinks it's broken because it's broken. I think did it get banned in Commander? I think it might have.
I wouldn't be shocked if it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty absurd.
Yeah, it's really good. So. Certainly deserving of number 5, maybe deserving of even being higher if I wasn't so bent on including competitive cards.
It's a little hard to get those colors together.
It is, that's true. It's mostly an EDH card. Mostly you'd want it as your commander in EDH, but...
I mean, the fact that it's those particular colors, I think, makes it a little tricky, but...
But still a super sweet card at number 5. Okay, on to the... We're in the top 4 now.
Oh, Sigarda, Host of Herons.
Sigarda, Host of Herons.
She's 5 for a 5/5, so that's a good start. And flying hexproof spells. Oh, that's... I picked the wrong one. I want the other one. I clicked the wrong one, Kevin. What's the other one?
You want Heron's Grace?
Yeah, that's it. I said the wrong one, and I clicked on the wrong one. I want the humans one. Yeah.
Sigarda Heron's Grace is a 4/5 flying angel. You and humans you control have hexproof. Pay 2 mana, exile a card from your graveyard, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token.
Yeah, I like that.
It's pretty good. If you're playing a humans deck, it's definitely good. It doesn't give itself hexproof, so as long as they can deal with her, the rest of your humans are going to die shortly after, but it's definitely nice. And the little ability to create 1/1s is also a nice little bonus. Pretty good.
Mm-hmm. She does a lot of stuff. It's good.
Definitely has a lot of text on her for a 5 mana card. And 4/5 flying, I guess it's a little underpowered for 5 mana. Usually I'd expect 5/5, but it's not.
I mean, she makes tokens
yeah.
and she protects your other creatures.
Not super under.
I don't think it's unfair.
Yeah, I don't think it's overcosted. It's pretty normally costed. My number 4 is one that we've already seen. I think that's going to be true with a lot of the ones up from here. Iona, Shield of Emeria.
Yep, that's a good one.
Iona, Shield of Emeria, it gets play in... Not a ton of play in competitive, but the fact that you can just lock somebody out from a color is pretty powerful. And she does see play in some Reanimator decks. I know she saw play in Gifts Reanimator, which isn't exactly a popular modern deck, but does get some play. You put her in your graveyard and with Gifts Ungiven, and then bring her back into play to lock your opponent out if they're a monocolored deck. And yeah, I think she's really strong. I think she's really cool. So I'm not going to talk about her too much because we already talked about her.
Yep.
On to number 3. Yep. Top 3.
Archangel Avacyn.
Archangel Avacyn.
I said the correct card this time instead of reading the wrong one.
What is Archangel
She costs
Avacyn?
5. She's a 4/4 flash flying vigilance. When Archangel Avacyn enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain indestructible till end of turn. When a non-angel creature you control dies, transform Archangel Avacyn at the beginning of the next end step. And she turns into a little psycho demon.
Turns into a 6/5 flyer.
And she deals 3 damage to each other creature.
3 damage to every creature. Even the ones on your side. What a jerk. Yeah, she's really good.
Artwork's really cool on each side, too. I like it.
I think I mentioned her in my honorable mentions. I think she's really good. The only reason I gave her honorable mention is I don't think she's going to see a lot of competitive play just because for like modern and legacy, 5 mana is just too high, even though she does so much.
Well, that's what I liked about her is she does a lot of different things.
Yeah.
You know, she has a little bit of wrath on her. She can save something. She herself is a big monster creature.
She's straight up amazing.
Cost good.
I feel like in kind of a white rampy control deck, maybe she'd be really sweet.
It's also a fun card.
Yep.
It does stuff.
Very flavorful. I love the artwork.
I know the Purifier side is pretty sweet.
Yeah. I like both sides a lot. And I like how similar they look. Because it's the same town, it's the same shot of the town, except the one is like engulfed in flames, and the other one looks like nice and peaceful. The one that's engulfed in flames, they also tilt very slightly to make it look like slightly
more spooky. Yeah.
But yeah, Avacyn is a super sweet card. Both versions of her are super sweet, and this one is super sweet and probably slightly more playable just because it's a little less expensive in terms of converted mana cost. Mm-hmm. Okay, number 3 on my list. It's another one we've already seen.
Is it?
Yeah. Archangel of Thune.
Oh, you put that one way higher.
Yeah, well, I think she still sees...
I didn't know there was a combo.
Yeah, she still sees some amount of play because of the combo, and her ability is just so neat.
I like her ability.
It's a super neat ability. So, Archangel of Thune is my number 3. Yeah, the Spike Feeder combo is partly what gets her that high, and the fact that she's playable in Modern. Otherwise, I'm not sure she would be that high, but I like her a lot. She also just self-enables with lifelink.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like that card a lot. It's good.
And number 2. We're getting to the really good ones.
Gisela, Blade of Gold Knight.
I like Gisela. She's pretty sweet.
Yep. She costs 7? Yep. 7. She's a 5/5 flying first strike. If a source would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, that source deals double that damage to that player or permanent instead. If a source would deal damage to you or permanent you control, prevent half that damage rounded up.
Yeah, she did not make my list. She was in my honorable mentions. Straight up broken in EDH.
Yeah.
For a couple of reasons. One, you have to realize that double damage is whenever anybody does damage to any of your opponents. So if your opponents are attacking your opponents, they're doing double damage to each other.
Yeah, it's great, right?
And if they try to attack you, they get half. I suspect she's a little hard to get to stick on the board because everybody's going to murder her as soon as they see her. But, oh my god.
I don't know. If someone else is a threat, they might go for the double damage and be like, we'll deal with you after.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, she's super broken. Again, works really well with...
Kalia?
Kalia, thank you. Kalia.
Oh yeah, she's good.
So yeah, she's really
I love her ability. I think it's great.
Yeah.
And her artwork's pretty cool too. She's a red-white creature, but her artwork's kind of pink. I like that.
The first strike is actually pretty important since
it is.
She does double damage.
Yeah.
And even though it doesn't say double strike, she does all of her damage before your opponent will do his damage, so it's kind of better than double strike because she does double damage, right? So she actually swings in like a 10-5.
Yeah.
All right. So that was your number 2.
Mm-hmm.
And my number 2, again, we've already seen it. It's Platinum Angel.
Yay!
Not being able to lose the game is super good. If it's in any deck that you want to put it in, I mean, it's pretty great to be able to not lose the game, and it's colorless. I probably put it in because it works well in Blue Tron. They usually run into the one of, but it can save your butt sometimes. I just think it's a super neat card.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason why I put it lower was that it is very easy to get rid of.
It is. That's very true.
You know, even because it's an artifact creature, you can just,
use artifact removal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Use Wear Tear or whatever. It's
Wear
possible.
Away or something.
It's possible I overranked it at number 2. I don't know. I do like it a lot though.
No, it's good. It's a good card. And
then we're on to number 1.
I feel like if you know me, you can tell my number 1 coming from a mile away.
Yeah.
Avacyn, Angel of Hope.
It's probably one of the most powerful angels ever printed,
Yeah.
even though it's, 8 mana, I think?
Yeah. It's 8 mana for an 8/8, so it's cost efficient. That's good. Flying Vigilance, Indestructible. Other permanents you control have Indestructible. That's pretty great.
Still got to watch out for the exile effects, but other than the exile effects, you're not getting rid of much of your stuff. I guess Sacrifice will do it too.
Well, you could do What was the card we were arguing about before? Tragic Slip. You could Tragic Slip it.
Yeah, you could Tragic Slip it. I don't think we're arguing about it, but yeah. You could definitely Tragic Slip it, and you could definitely use...
That's why Tragic Slip's a good card.
Like, a sacrifice effect on it, like all is dust that sacrifices all colored permanents.
Yeah.
Doesn't... Even though it's indestructible, it can still be sacrificed. Poor Avacyn on big old sacrifice
I have a
table.
feeling, though, if you put this card in your deck, you've got some way to protect it. I would hope. Or it's too late and you're dying anyway.
Well, and against most vets, you don't need to protect it. She protects herself, which is why she's so good. Yep, Avacyn Angel of Hope, sweet card.
I also, she's a super powerful card. And, lore-wise, she feels...
Epic.
Like, she has a very epic feel. Like, everyone's, she's protecting the whole plane and that kind of thing. And it's like, this character, I could see doing that.
I like her artwork a lot, too.
Yeah.
She's a good one. She was in my honorable mentions as well.
I have her in my reanimate deck with a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, a bunch of other good reanimate targets.
She's a great one to pick.
Yeah, you often want her out first.
Yeah.
So my number one... There's a drum roll.
Don't get upset, puppy. It's okay.
You could probably guess this based on conversations we've had before.
Do you want me to guess it?
Short guess.
Is it Restoration Angel?
It's Restoration
Angel.
I think it's just such a ubiquitous angel. It goes in so many different...
I like that it only costs 1 white. It costs, 3 and 1 white?
I think that's right. Let me check.
So you can splash it in things very easily.
It just goes in so many different decks, and in so many of those decks, it is really, really good.
Don't put it in an angel deck, though.
Nope. I mean,
you can't bounce angels.
That's one of the big knocks I've heard against Avacyn, is it feels like if you're playing Flash Angels, you want Restoration Angel in that deck too, but Restoration Angel can't save an Avacyn.
Nope.
So, yeah, Restoration Angel, it gets played in combo. It's super good in Kiki Chord. You go infinite. It's super good in kind of grindy blink decks where you can just blink Wall of Omens and get an extra card, or things like that. Blink Blade Splicer, get another 3/3 token.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's good. But, how's it different than, like, a Flicker Wisp?
Flicker Wisp doesn't go infinite with Kiki Jiki, for one thing.
No. So I was thinking Flicker
also
Wisp cost less.
Also, the Restoration Angel also has a much bigger body, so it's a lot harder to remove. Flicker Wisp dies to Lightning Bolt. And this also has Flash, and Flicker Wisp doesn't. So Flicker Wisp can't
Flash,
actually...
that would do it.
Flicker Wisp also can't actually save anything. But, so yeah, this goes in Kiki Chord. It goes in some kind of value blink shells. I don't know if those are super competitive, probably not, but I have it in my value blink deck that I love to play. It's super fun. It can go in aggro-y decks because a 3/4 flyer for 4 is actually pretty good in kind of a tempo shell.
Yep.
And it saves your creature if you need to. So it's like, dodge a kill spell, put in a threat my opponent can't deal with. So it just, I feel like it's overall, if I had to pick an angel, just overall strongest. I think. What are you trying to do, Melissa?
Well, I've seen another artwork of it. It must have been like a promo or something, and it was really good.
Oh yeah, I think there was a promo.
Yeah, there's like 2 different artworks, and they're both really good.
I can look it up if you want to see it.
Yeah, I recommend people do. They look good.
Restoration Angel.
I don't know if it was a promo or like a, I don't know, it was foil. Yeah, see? It has 2 artworks, and both of them look pretty cool.
Yep. I like Restoration Angel a lot. I think she's super sweet. She gets my nod for top card, top angel in terms of at least fun, playability. I like her flavor that she's coming in and saving a non-angel thing. I think she's great. And did you want to do any other ones? I had one inclusion that was kind of like my favorite angel that didn't make the list at all.
I have an angel that I like that isn't actually good, but it's not.
That's what mine is too.
It's not bad either.
That's kind of like what my last one is.
I used to have a deck with it in there.
Yeah, that's kind of. It sounds like we're on the same page. So What's your angel? What's your favorite angel that you didn't feel like could go on the top 10 because it's not actually good enough, but you
Desolation Angel.
Desolation Angel, nice. What does Desolation Angel do? I feel like I should know, but I don't.
It costs 5. And it's a 5/4 flyer with a kicker of 2 white, and you can read it for its exact wording.
When Destination Angel enters the battlefield, destroy all lands you control. If it was kicked, destroy all lands instead. So it's a 5/4 flyer with an Annihilator attached to it. Yeah, that's a good card. Armageddon, that's what I meant.
I don't know why you said that either.
Armageddon. I'm just going to cut this whole part out where I said things wrong. It's a 5/4 flyer with Armageddon attached to it. That's pretty sweet. I don't know whether I'll actually cut that out or whether I'll leave it in to be funny. Because it'll be like, look how dumb Kevin is. Look how stupid he is. All right. Yeah. Desolation Angel is fantastic. I don't know if I
love the artwork on it, too. I actually have a big printout copy of it on my wall.
Yeah. 7 mana, yeah, it's not actually that bad. I mean, I could see that being playable. The problem with it,
it's not that good either, but I like it a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to get to 7 mana. You definitely don't want to play it for 5.
Well,
it's basically an unplayable card at 5.
Well, what I used to play it with, what does it cost? 1 black and you get 3 black.
Oh, Dark Ritual.
Dark Rituals.
So you just power it out on turn 2 or 3.
Yeah, and I just kill all my lands and who gives a fuck, and then you just attack.
That could work. It could also work in a shell similar to, I don't know if you've ever seen, is it Restore Balance? I think it is Restore Balance. The Time Spiral Shifted Balance effect. What they do is they play lands down, and then they play this effect where you put out a artifact for really cheap. Mm-hmm. That bounces your land back to hand, and then basically acts like a land. Oh. And they do that so that they basically have all their lands in hand, and then they go, everybody gets rid of all their lands, so they have all their lands in hand, so they just replay them.
Oh, that's tricky.
So they do that kind of thing. Yeah. So it could work in a shell like that, where you're like, oh, I destroy all my lands, it doesn't matter. Or I destroy both of our lands, it doesn't matter. It would be a little hard just because of its cost. But yeah, that one's super sweet. Yeah,
I like the card. I really like the artwork. Back when I was playing Magic in college and making really stupid decks, I had one. There was a place that was selling Magic cards dirt cheap, like a flea market kind of thing.
Yeah, you got a bunch?
So I got a bunch of just cards that I thought were really cool.
Yeah.
Slapped them in a deck. I had Desolation
That's awesome.
Angel.
Well, mine also happens to be a card that I built decks in college with that I loved. Chroma Angel of Fury. This card was fantastic in my Time Spiral block jank deck. I mean, it didn't have to be Time Spiral block. It's just those are the cards I owned. I played her, and I played Momentary Blink, and I laughed. I put her down as a morph, and then I would just Momentary Blink her face up, and they'd be like, you can't do that. And I'd be like, yes, I could. I read it on the web. Those are the rules.
No,
it doesn't make any sense, but that's how it works. Being flipped upside down as a morph is a status effect, and that gets removed when you remove it from play and it re-enters.
I also like the idea of well, I guess that was the idea of Time Spiral, where they're like different versions of things that already existed.
Yeah. So before I go too much further, I should probably read the cards so people know what it is, although I'm going to have it on screen too, I'm sure. Akuma Angel of Fury is a red angel that costs 8 mana, 5 colorless, and 3 red. Legendary creature. Akuma Angel of Fury can't be countered. Flying, trample, protection from white and from blue. It has fire breathing, so if you pay a red mana, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. And you can play it face down as a morph creature for 3 mana and flip it face up for 6 more mana.
Being pro-white is actually really good.
Not being able to be countered is pretty good too, but for that you'd have to actually pay it for 8, which never happens. You'd either flip it upside down and flip it face up for 6, or more likely you'd flip it upside down and blink it face up, because way easier to do. And even though she's an angel, you can blink her with Restoration Angel when she's in her face down mode, because it doesn't know.
No.
Nobody knows. The Restoration Angel. They don't know. The Restoration Angel is like, I'm going to save you. And it's like, holy shit.
Oh, you saved me now.
Holy shit, I saved a Necroma. Anyway, so...
It is a little sad that regular Necroma never made it on either of our lists.
And so those were our top 10 angels. I think we did a pretty good job. What do you think, Melissa?
Mine were best.
Oh. And then next time we will do top 10 tribals in Modern, partly because I've been doing a lot of tribal decks on the channel.
I like tribal. Tribal's fun.
Yep, tribal's a fun topic to do. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let us know what you thought, and thank you guys so much for watching.
Thank you. Bye.
Later. Take it easy. Hey guys, Bobgar here. I just really wanted to quickly say, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you enjoy my content in general and would like to see more of it, subscribe. I'll be coming out with more content in the future. And please leave me comments and let me know what I'm doing right, what I'm doing wrong, both in terms of production and in terms of my play and my deck building and all that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time.